All right, what up, Chooms? Welcome back to another round of Kajun's Concerns. So, this one I'm going to try to make short and sweet. I know I'm a little bit late. We're like right around the corner from release, and then tomorrow we have that AMA, Ask Me Anything Q&A on Discord. I believe it's 1 UTC, depending where you're at. But anyways, so I'm going to touch on concern 15 through 17. So 15 was mainly about the ghost and inZOI. So I don't know if you're like me, I kind of like the supernatural touch that The Sims had going for it, and I don't think this should be kind of left out here in inZOI. So I talked about this before. I believe that you could incorporate the supernatural world in a way that it makes sense, even in a realistic life sim, like putting it inside your dreams. But here, Kjun kind of wanted to touch on it, and he does plan to have a ghost in inZOI, but more in like a realistic sense, if you could even look at it that way. So it'll be tied to the karma system, basically. So if a Zoe racks up enough karma before passing, they move on to the afterlife. But if they don't, they're stuck as ghosts, wandering the world until they can restore their karma and find peace. I think realistically, that's kind of what we expect or view in the world, or how a lot of us look at the ghost as far as supernatural is concerned. But he kind of wants your feedback on how this should present in the world. So should they be creepy ghost, emotional reunion type of ghosts, or just like, creepy possess you kind of ghosts, right? And so they're not really prioritizing it at the moment. So up until early access, they're gonna mostly focus on the realism of this game. I mean, don't get your hopes up in planning everything surrounding it at the moment, but just know that it is coming, and he is interested in that kind of gameplay. So there's room to explore supernatural elements in the future. But it's more about, would you want ghosts to play a bigger role, or should they stay rare occurrences, Is this something that completely out of the ordinary to encounter a ghost? Which, I mean, depending who you ask, what part of the world you're from, it might be more commonplace for you or not. Yeah, so he kind of wants to know if this is like should be like a rare thing that happens in the game or not. So we're gonna move on to concern 16 here. This one's more about getting a message out to the devs. So a little while back, he asked what would be the best gift, for the devs coming up on release. And one of the suggestions I made was to have like everybody kind of put together a video and giving a thank you to the devs, etc. So it looks like he's going that route, and basically he wanted your feedback. If you haven't looked at it yet, go to the Discord. So it should be a message to the devs. On 16, you should be able to drop a comment and say what you enjoy basically about the game and things like that. So this isn't really about praising Kjun. He gets tons of praise here and there. I mean, it's well deserved, but he's aware of everybody's fondness for the game. We've been pretty active with him and haven't been shy about giving the compliments to him, but this is more about his team. So he kind of wanted you guys to focus on giving the shout out to the team. So moving on to concern 17, it's mostly about seasons and weather. So this is a biggie. They literally had an entire pack for it, or expansion, should I say, in The Sims, and it is that involved between winter sports, how spring affects agriculture or your gardening. This is undoubtedly an important topic. So obviously it's going to be in the game, but this is more about how, again, this should kind of manifest in the world. So should it be like hardcore, as in you have to wear the appropriate clothing depending on the weather or season, or else there's repercussions as far as like getting sick or inevitably dying if you don't fix the issue in time. But at the moment, you can control the weather using the city edit, which temporarily overrides the seasons. But if you want to make Bliss Bay like a snowy wonderland, then you can go ahead and do that. It's mostly a temporary kind of situation at the moment. So he's wondering, if you're interested in it being like really in depth to the point where you have to wear the appropriate clothing in the winter, or is it something that you can go ahead and switch in the settings for yourself? I think everybody's probably going to lead towards the options. Everybody would prefer options and being able to switch that off and on and wear whatever you want. I mean, personally, in the Sims, I'd wear summer stuff in the winter. You know, it is just about what you kind of want to wear. But anyways, final thoughts. So from Ghost to Gratitude to Global Weather, this round, it was kind of a mixed bag. It wasn't like really about the development of the game. I mean, some of the points were, but you can tell this is more about some final feedback going forward. I feel like they're right at the point where they need to be for early access. I don't think there's going to be any issues going forward with that. Anyways, sorry I've been kind of MIA on this. I know it's been a while. I kind of been stuck playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That thing is intense. I got some footage coming. I recorded quite a bit. I'll touch on that whenever we get to it. So there's some more to come. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and comment, suggest what you would like to thank the devs for, go ahead and leave that comment. See you next time.